That's Stefon Diggs, man. Oh yeah. By the way, there's 2 more rappers he y'all now too. I'll tell y'all, but y'all gotta DM me. I got all the information for y'all. All right. Stefon Diggs is 2 other active rappers. Like y'all be claiming them, hugging them on the gram, kissing them, talking about Woman Crush Wednesday, all that. He's long. I don't know if y'all know. He is piping them out. I don't know how he's all y'all rappers.
Offset is out here exploding once more after Cardi B shocked the internet by announcing she is expecting Stefon Diggs' child. Offset is now more than simply angry. According to insiders, he is completely losing it. He's behaving totally out of pocket, exploding behind the scenes and snapping at everyone. Rumor has claimed that Offset isn't simply sitting around moping over his emotions. It is said that he is planning some quite cunning strategies. According to sources, he has been planning to ruin Card's record release in order to get revenge on her. Let's face it, if you have been following Offset, you are well aware of his lengthy history of petty behavior. If this man feels mistreated, he will destroy a situation. It gets crazier though, even if everything he does screams the opposite. He's out here pretending like he doesn't care about Cardi anymore, saying he's done and over it. For example, if you don't care, why are you traveling in this manner? Make sense of it. And Offset's conduct rapidly deteriorated once. Cardi announced that she was expecting her 4th child with NFL player Stefon Diggs. People close to him claim that he is unhinged, unable to sleep, incapable of thinking clearly, and just pacing and ranting because he has been popping off left and right. Now it's a complete disaster. You are already aware that this pregnancy discussion has been simmering for a while if you have been on the internet. When a blogger going by the name of Blogger1 gave a hint, the rumor began, and it has only gotten stranger since. Thus, when Alexis dropped a bomb on social media, things really got heated. She shared a photo of Stefon Diggs and Cardi B cuddling up together. "Woo!" is the caption as well. A birdie on my shoulder informed me that these two are already expecting a baby, she wrote. She is expecting a child. The entire internet suddenly went crazy. Now listen, if there's one thing Cardi detests, it's bloggers prying into her private life. It's particularly when it involves her family or anything she isn't yet comfortable discussing, and caused her to disappear completely behind the scenes. However, she chose to remain silent rather than make a public appearance, which made everything even more bizarre. Cardi didn't dispute that Alexis spilled the tea, which is really out of character for her. She usually takes swift action to stop false information. To clear the air in a matter of seconds, one can drop receipts, hop on Twitter Spaces, or go live. However, there was nothing this time. No videos, no tweets, no clapbacks, nothing. And the crowd saw right away. Online users began to speculate that her silence would be a silent affirmation, as if she were saying, "Yeah, it's true," without actually speaking the words. The situation became much more complicated when videos appeared online that appeared to show Cardi sporting a little baby bulge. To be honest, Cardi has always been renowned for wearing tight clothes and having a narrow waist. Fans therefore take notice as soon as her silhouette changes. The gossip detectives put in extra hours. They began dissecting recent videos of her concerts, red carpet appearances, and even unofficial paparazzi photos, focusing on her stomach region and examining her movement, angles, and shadows. In one such video, people were yelling, "She's definitely pregnant." Cardi appeared to have forgotten to hold in her stomach as she was leaving an event in the video. It was bouncing. She could be too far ahead now, according to others, to even attempt concealing it any longer. Like, it's out there, sis. Following that, the conjecture developed into a firm belief. Supporters believed that Card was expecting their 4th child. And this time, it's with Stefon Diggs instead of Offset. It was game over as soon as those images and videos appeared online. Social media was flooded with videos noticeable baby bulge. There was no more arguing or speculating after that. Everyone could clearly hear that Cardi was. She initially attempted to disguise it by acting as though nothing was happening, but finally she was unable to do so. Then, at last, Cardi came. Fourth, to corroborate it. When she revealed that she is indeed pregnant, the internet went crazy. Fan sites were frame by frame. Let's not overlook one important fact though. Hearing that Cardi is already pregnant again stunned many. As she recently gave birth to her daughter Bloom, hold on, what? People were observing the entire scenario with suspicion, wondering if it was a sophisticated internet prank or if it was real. It's genuine though. And you know who isn't doing well at all with it? Offset. Offset's behavior has been deteriorating ever since Cardi made it public. On social media, he has been posting mysterious messages like Rip Street, Real One, Laughing, and other strange subliminals. I received 300 mo. In my true life, I'm a dog. It's Honey Bun today, but I'm not the candy woman. We will always be together. Baby, we are nothing. As in, huh? Sir, what are you even discussing? Supporters saw right away that he was making fun of Cardi and it wasn't tactful. He then retracted by saying, "Everything I post is not about no one." This deceived no one and made no sense. People began criticizing him for being untidy and lacking the emotional maturity to deal with the pregnancy or the split. What? About it, Cardi isn't even in the cleanest of circumstances right now. Online users began claiming that she was simply switching between harmful relationships. Let's take a moment to discuss Stefon Diggs. Over the years, he has been connected to several women not in the most dignified manner. His name has been linked to some very dangerous actions, and his dating past has been filled with turmoil. Fans are now asking, girl, why Offset's chaos? People are watching as it appears that Cardi exchanged one disaster for another. Let's now discuss Stefon Diggs, who has recently been receiving criticism from all sides. He has come under fire from a number of ladies who have criticized him for reverting to his ex's direct messages, even while supporting Cardi B in public. Finally, I'd want to say to Stefon Diggs, my fancy team member, bro, I hope you continue to do well, my friend. Make this the final female you attempt to date or have the next time you feel like you're beginning to encroach on territory. Some of these will shoot you. Stop teasing then. All right. There are even reports that he has been having children with other women concurrently, which would only add to the chaos. It doesn't really matter. No regret, no justification, just acting carelessly. The most outrageous aspect was that Cardi witnessed everything. The DMs caught her eye. Despite the turmoil, she chose to become pregnant with this man's kid. We are all currently enjoying this pure love triangle catastrophe as it unfolds in real time, crashing out Offsets. It is said that Stefon is still out here doing his usual thing. Cardi, meanwhile, is caught in the middle, attempting to go forward. With the release of her album, Pregnant Once More, and surrounded by mayhem on all sides, as well as Offset. Out of retaliation, he is apparently trying to ruin Cardi's whole rollout by pulling strings behind the scenes. Petty doesn't even begin. To explain his current situation, we've only just begun, and this catastrophe is becoming worse by the second. If you've been paying careful attention, you most likely noticed Offset's dubious actions right away. Since Cardi moved on, he has obviously been under pressure. Not only did she move on, but she was promoted to a higher profile, wealthier person, as she had always promised. That has significantly impacted his emotions. Let's take a moment to retract it. Do you recall when Cardi and Stefon were attempting to maintain a low profile? As of yet, they weren't even verifying anything. Then, as if it were an exclusive release, DJ Academic abruptly had all the tea and began blaring out the narrative. Before you know it, everyone on the internet is aware that Cardi has found a new partner. This is where things get very nasty though. According to the streets, that wasn't even a coincidence. There are rumors that Offset was the source of the leak. He allegedly looked through Card's phone while they were still sharing a residence. What did he discover? She and Stefon Diggs exchanged some spicily explicit conversations and pictures. Furthermore, they were not amicable little letters. According to reports, these communications made it very evident that Cardi was willing to take any and all risks for Stefon. Without hesitation. She didn't care who found out since she was in love. When Offset discovered those texts, everything fell apart, and he has been seeking retribution ever since. Offset allegedly took all of the hot receipts from Card's phone and rushed directly to DJ Academics. Naturally, Academics wasted no time at all in revealing everything for clicks. He was racing to end that exclusivity, and all of a sudden, the world was aware of the Cardi and Stefon predicament. And it was only the first step in what appears to be Offset's full-scale sabotage scheme. Not to mention the really sketchy moment. When Offset lowered it even further, he attempted to spread the strange story that Stefon Diggs was gay out of the blue. Like what? With reckless abandon, he got online and said, "Go bother the gay ninja." That's exactly what he said. "Excuse me," was the sentiment across the internet. Since the beginning, Offset has been sour. Cardi loses it every time he sees her out with Stefon. Either talking slickly, posting subliminals, or fabricating a crazy story to harm their reputations. However, Offset himself is the only one who appears resentful, pressured, and totally broke. However, his most recent action is what has people gripping their phones the most, as he is now turning things from dubious to outright hazardous for Card's career. Rumor has it that he is no longer only making jokes. He is supposedly actively working behind the scenes to prevent her from shining. Offset has been acting like the stereotypical bitter ex ever since Cardi revealed the pregnancy. It is causing envy, it's being petty. If I can't have you, then no one else can. Like, sit down, mister. What is he doing today then? Let's discuss it. Cardi's second album, which fans have been clamoring for over the past several years, was eventually revealed, as you are all fully aware. To make her fans excited and ready, she released a teaser and even disclosed the title of her first track. Offset abruptly hops online a few hours after Cardi unveiled her single, saying he's launching a new song on the same day. This was meant to be a huge return moment. The timing was dubious, to put it mildly. Really? You picked that one out of all the days? Come on, it may just be a coincidence. The majority of people don't believe it, given Offset's past performance and the amount of work he's put into slandering since Cardi went on. Intentional sabotage is what they are referring to it as. It's also disorganized. Really disorganized. People are observing Offset's every move as he plays chess with someone else's career out here. People are criticizing it on social media. Offset is acting very nasty and appears to be actively vying for Cardi B's attention in an attempt to downplay her significant return. To be honest, it's not even shocking given what we've seen thus far. The supporters quickly dragged him for it after spotting the timing. People were leaving dazzling comments on Offset's tweet unveiling tune. To be fair though, Offset's little sabotage prank wasn't exactly unexpected. You are already familiar with Card's latest track if you have been following along. However, some believe that Offset's neck is the target of parts of the song's scathing lyrics. Do you recall when the sample of her song was released a few weeks ago? Cardi was going off about unfaithful guys and calling out males who slept with anything that breathes in the leaked version. She informed supporters at the time that she would not be dropping it since it was outdated. And she didn't want to complicate matters more. However, she recently published that identical song. Additionally, she didn't hold back when you listen to the words. Now, trust me, they will do anything. These ninjas are far too simple. Useless, dirty, low-down dogs. Tell your mother how she raised a bleep the next time you sing. Yes, everyone was shaken by that section. Offset was being directly targeted, and the internet quickly made the connection. It was hollering at the hot dog gun in that phrase about unclean dogs. And Offset did precisely that. What was his move then? He attempted to interrupt her rollout by going online to announce the release of his new song the same day rather than replying verbally. Calculating, dubious, traditional Offset. It was of no assistance to his cause. If nothing else, it only validated the thoughts of the supporters. Offset finds it unbearable to see Cardi triumph without him. Furthermore, wasn't only a coincidence. It was a music release disguised as textbook sabotage. Petty, untidy, and just the type of thing people were expecting from him at this stage. Additionally, kids are consuming everything on the internet. Front row seats to one of the game's messiest public splits. Here's the worst part though. Offset's small-scale sabotage operation, it went utterly wrong. Indeed, his song wasn't a complete failure. It did make some commotion and debuted at number 72 on the Billboard Hot 100. Let's be honest. Though, it isn't even a contest when you place that next to Card's track. Cardi's song Pop Out made a strong start, peaking at number 10 on the Hot 100. You guys are the top 10. The statistics clearly show that she was far superior to Offset. The fans loved Cardi's songs while he was out here playing small-time games. Offset attempted to stop her movement, but all he accomplished was to make himself appear much more rushed. Cardi, meanwhile, appeared outside, unperturbed, victorious, and pregnant. You obviously don't know Offset, though if you believed that, being humiliated on the charts would be sufficient to convince him to calm down. Because he has been spinning even more rather than calming down. With additional shadiness, he returned to the internet and accused Cardi of using her pregnancy as a publicity ploy, stating things like, "Go roll out impure. I passed y'all. What comes next?" At this time, the envy is burning green and the bitterness is loud. Offset appears to be averse to seeing his former partner succeed without him. It is now evident that Offset has been observed undermining her rollout, slinging shade and crashing out whenever Cardi and Stefon approach. Some claim Offset is simply upset because Cardi has become a more well-known and wealthy person. Some claim that might go much further. For example, is Offset in a downward spiral as a result of mishandling his largest luggage to date? Or is he afraid that if Cardi truly moves on and starts a new relationship with Stefon, his alimony status will be upset? Fans are suggesting that he ought to be the primary one supporting Cardi, regardless of the cause, because they both secure the bag if she prevails. However, he's out here having tantrums online rather than standing by her side. Card is pushing it all the way while delivering hits and starting a new life. Offset is plummeting like never before. Cardi is flourishing, and Stefon could be taking on the new role of baby daddy. There is still a lot of drama left. Don't miss out on this story as we continue to follow its development. To ensure you don't miss the next release, tap the like button and select subscribe. Tell us in the comments below if you believe Offset is simply being resentful, or if there is more going on. See you at the following one.